So these are the journals that we made back in August. And the prompt back then was Delphinium, butterfly migration, French Alps, and the constellation Centaurus. So I had seen, and I don't remember where, making this little, like a pamphlet type journal that was made with one 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. And you fold it certain ways, and it makes all these little cute little doodahs all over the place. And I thought it was really cute. So I expanded on that and kind of made the sort of the same thing, but a lot larger and a lot more pages to it. So I made it with a file folder that I had already um, painted these or printed on these with my gel plate. And and so these are about 8 by 4.5. Now, as I mentioned before, some of the prompts to that series that I'm doing where the butterflies and the hummingbirds sleep, one of the prompts was the French Alps. And this color, I don't know why, it just said French to me. And then I just went down the rabbit hole and did the whole thing kind of sort of within that theme. So this is A. And in here are going to be quite a few little pockets. I'm not really that much of a pocket person, but this whole journal said there needs to be pockets. So I use different fabrics and laces to make the little pockets. And so this particular journals have a lot more of those areas to put cards and things like that. So I made a lot of little cards to stick here and there. And then here are areas where you can, write or glue. I'm a glue person. I'm not a write person. And then these are some of those German scraps. So I put those in there. Some of them have little sparklies. And some more pockets. And some more writing areas. Here's a little clip. And each of these will have the two letters that correspond between the two sisters and also the postcards that go back and forth. So you'll have the complete information for that particular month as far as their correspondence. And then here are some cards that you can write on. And then this is the postcard that has to do with the Alps. So that is in there. And here is the other letter. And just another writing card. Here's a depiction of that constellation. And then the other postcard with the delphiniums. And then it flips over. And here are some more cards. And places for a long one there. Well, I'll put that in a little bit later. It'll take too much time. And then these lovely ladies. And then, as usual, I have a packet that is full of all these leftovers that you can decorate the pages that are in here or the cards that are in here. So that is A. And this is B. And this pulls out. Here's the letter. Different cards. the postcard. And then there's one that pulls out. A lot more writing area right there. Another card. Here's one for the French Alps. Here's another one of the letters. And some more ladies. So this is B, and it also comes with a whole bunch of the goodies, the leftovers. And then C. And each of them have some of that. You know, they used to go on the old scrapbooks. You've probably seen those on those ones from like the 1800s. There's another little piece. Pockets and pockets and pockets and more pockets. That pulls out. It's the full length of this page. And then here is the postcard for the Alps. And these are just some cards to write on. This also pulls out all the way. Here's the constellation. Postcard. The letter. Some little cuties. The other letter. Some more cards to write on. And the back. So that one is C, and also that comes with the goodies. Now, if you were there with the lives, you saw I made one that didn't have to do with the monthly prompts. I just did it with more of a nature theme. So here's the one I made, and it's got a little writing area in this little book. And oops, I'm trying to pull something that it's not supposed to be pulled. Ah! And then here is another writing card, and there is another one there. And then that goes into these pockets. Oopsie, too far. And then here is another writing card. And then this pulls out all the way. And then this is removable. It's just there with some elastic. And so you'll have a lot of goodies that you can decorate with that I've included. And then here is another card. These are fun to make. There you go. And then and then I've been playing around with some bugs stamps that I had. So we were playing with those. So I stuck those in there. And inside here is a whole bunch of more goodies. So there you go. So you got A, B, C. I'm going to list this one just under bugs. All right. Or nature, something like that. Let's not say bugs. Let's say nature. All right. These are going to be in the shop. And I have a few more that I'll be putting in. Um, and that was for the Van Gogh one. That was for the month before. I forgot to list those. So that will be in a separate listing and a separate video. That would be the one that we did with Van Gogh. All right. Thanks. These will be in the shop.